Now if you've got questions in life, what do you do? Ask Keith.
And the rest of the team. Detached work. Season 2.
In churches all over Wigan this evening, there's going to be young people gathering to know something more about God and to worship God. But I'm not going to go and see those people like this church here. Probably many are going to meet here tonight, but where I'm going is where people aren't going to have their minds on God, and that's what I'm about. Just to challenge them, get them thinking more about God. So you never know, if you're out and about in a park, you might see me. And if you've got any questions about God, why don't you ask Keith? Yo, my peeps! It's another Friday night and we're out and about. We've got the team out, heading off to Ashton first. We've not really seen a lot of the regulars in a long time, so I don't know, maybe it'll be different tonight, but it has been raining, and as always, I'll let you know. So here we are, we're approaching the park now. If you take a look, you can see that there's not many people on, so what we're going to do is going to do a U-turn. We're going to try up in Winstanley, maybe, or Water Park. I was hit with some really bad news today, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this. When I got the news, it really did feel like a knockout blow. My legs turned to jelly and I just felt like I was going to fall onto my knees. And what is even harder still is, over the last few weeks, I've had one thing after another. Some really big bad things, like someone's dying and all these kind of things close to me, and it's kind of like, how do we keep ourselves up off that canvas? How do we sustain ourselves? It's so easy to think that these blows just make you want to throw in the towel and quit. I don't want to continue. But God has been faithful, and He is faithful to sustain me when I've been hit by such tremendous things that would probably floor people, and to keep on in the fight and to keep on going. And part of the reason why I go out and share the good news about God is, who are you going to turn to when you receive these blows in your life? Things that make life not worth living anymore, and how can you continue? How can you handle that situation? How can you go on? But you see, God, when you get hold of God, can actually be the one that gives you the perseverance, sustains you, keeps you going in that fight. And that's my experience in life. That's my experience over 30 years of knowing God. And so right now, even I'm going through the most tremendous things, I don't need to be out here on the streets tonight. I could be elsewhere. I could be sat there eating chocolate and having a pity party. But nonetheless, I'm out here. Why? Because God is faithful and God is good. And because I'm experiencing that faithfulness and goodness of God, I'm out to share it amongst these young people. Why? Because when they get life's blows coming their way, I want them to know where they can turn. So here we are at Old Water Park. There's people fishing over there and things like that, but I doubt that there's anyone out in this park. We're going down here to the park itself and just to check it out. It's raining now, and so if there's anyone out, they must be crazy like us. What can I say? I'll let you know how we get on. So here we are, we just finished in the park here. We're coming away now. I think we're going to call it a night with the rain and not many people are being out. But I did meet 6 people, maybe 8 with the 2 girls. And maybe only about 2 of them had seen me before, although they did say that they knew about me. And so obviously they'd heard about me coming into the parks, talking about God, that kind of thing. So we got into a conversation, and these guys were fishing. And so I ended up praying that God would help them to catch something, because they weren't expected to catch something. So it'd be interesting to see if they post something on my video and let me know what went on tonight. But I really did sense God's presence while I was standing there amongst them. And so I really sensed that God is speaking and doing something here in those people's lives. I don't know who it was particularly for. I was asking, is there any other areas of prayer that I could pray and see God do something really wonderful? But I did share a few miracles that I've seen happen when we prayed for sick people. I could have shared about the young girl who was blind and came to one of our meetings, and she received a sight. She ran out screaming because it freaked her out, and others. But I gave out 30 Bibles that night. And I think sometimes God confirms His word with signs and wonders. And I'm expecting God to do something great, but I'll let you know how we get on. I suppose they will as well. Yo, my peeps, here we are on a Saturday. We're out and about and we're going to our first park in Hindley. We've not been here for a few weeks, so we decided to drop down here, just check this one out before we go elsewhere. But I'll let you know how we get on. Here we are on a Saturday, out and about. We've been to about 6 to 7 parks maybe, and there's been nobody anywhere. So for us, this is going to be our last park that we're going to check out, and I'll let you know if we find anyone. Otherwise, it's been a night of, no show. Let you know how we get on. So here we are in a park in Ashton. We only pulled in because we saw all our regulars from way back last year, and we just briefly said hi to them and bye because they were going to get us some food. Looks like this is the end of the evening for us. These are been the only people that we've met up with all day, and so for we've been out a few hours now, and so I think we're going to call it a night. Well, anyway, thanks if you watched it this far in this episode. Don't forget to post any comments or any questions about God, and we'll try and answer them. Thanks for watching.